Welcome, everybody, back to the Santa Fe Public School Athletics Podcast. We're excited to have you here. Just remember, we have an awesome guest here that we'll be talking to. I say all my guests are awesome because we wouldn't have them on our show unless they were awesome. We have Brooklyn Lyric Cardenas joining us, Athlete of the Year for Capitol High School. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brooklyn, I've known her since, probably 8th grade. I think it was 8th grade is when I first met you.
Yeah.
I went to school with your dad, and, I've known you, I've seen you since 8th grade all the way up. That's pretty awesome. No, 7th grade, I think, because your sister was playing, and you were still young, coming and
I
watching
was like the bad
games.
girl.
And, yeah.
I mean, I practiced with Capitol since Marley was like a 6th grader, 8th grader.
You've always been around them, yeah. So
Yeah.
I've seen you, since you were little. Now that I look at it, I'm pretty proud of you, though. I even got to teach you in health class, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I remember
Favorite
that.
class.
I remember that. Well, I like to call her Lyric, just because that's her middle name, and everyone else called her Brooklyn or B, and I liked Lyric because it was just different, and I just think Lyric's a cool name. The purpose of our podcast is to highlight athletes like you and just bring awareness to the community on what our athletes are doing, and then anything that comes up within the world of public school athletics or even just athletics, we like to bring it up, talk about it, and just give everybody an idea of what's going on. So like I said earlier, welcome, Brooklyn, and
Thank you.
we're going to dive into this, just ask you a few questions and see what kind of advice you have for those that are following in your footsteps. You were qualifier. You played softball and you powerlifted.
Yeah.
You did a ton of home runs this year. I don't remember what it was, but you hit quite a few. Did you lead the district in home runs this year in softball?
I was second place in districts, but the cool thing was one of my girls from my travel team, New Mexico Premier, she was actually one above me.
Oh, okay.
And I watched her grow up, so her like doing that and being in front of me was really cool.
That's awesome. You guys were hammering it out throughout the season, probably texting.
I believe I got 13 and she got 14, so that was really cool.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. What was for the state? Did you know what the state was? How far off were you guys, or you two from the state?
I'm not sure. I
You
forgot.
didn't keep up with that one? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. No, it's cool. It's cool. You want to highlight your friend who hit the home runs? Who was that?
Ozzy Bella Rocky from Sandia Prep.
Oh, okay. Very cool. I like when we also bring up other people who help us in our successes.
Yeah, she's a great softball player. It's been like I've watched her grow up since she was like 5. So.
Awesome. Is she going on to play college? Softball
She's gonna be barely a junior this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she's
younger.
young.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 14 for a sophomore. Mm-hmm. I'm impressed. Yeah, you're right. She is a good heck of a ball player.
Yeah.
So,
an amazing catcher too.
oh, and she catches.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. That's good to hear. And that's what it's about, right? Just everyone making each other better. Instead of trying to pull someone down, you be the best you can so that I can be the best I can. It'll only make us better, right?
Yeah, just challenging each other and because when we played Sandia Prep, I believe I did hit a home run that game, and she was all, now we're tied, and I was like, yeah, we are tied now. And then she went on to their next games, and she hit like 2 more, and I was like, wow. And she texted me, and she was all, now I'm 2 ahead. So then I was like, okay, I hit 1 my next game, and I was like, okay, now I'm only 1 ahead. And then towards the end of the season, people weren't really pitching to me.
Yeah, I did notice that.
And then they did the same to her. So then we both stayed there and just stayed at 14 and 13, I believe.
Yeah, it makes it difficult. They pitch around you, put you on base, and it's tough. Unless you have a Yankees lineup that you have guys who just hit home runs one after another, it's tough.
Yeah, I had to learn how to, wait on it, but I was also it's my senior year. I want to hit. So I remember one game, I think it was, I don't know what game, but I literally hit the ball from the other box. I literally stepped and just swing.
And it went out?
And it went out.
Oh, man. That's some power right there. Which jumps into another sport that you were really good at. We mentioned it earlier, powerlifting.
Yeah.
You qualified for state. Was this the second time you qualified for state?
Yeah, this is the second time.
So your junior year, you qualified for state. This year, you actually placed, though, right?
Yes.
What place did you come in?
I took third.
Awesome.
in heavyweight, yeah.
And you actually led the state for majority of the powerlifting season. You were the top powerlifter for majority of the season. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was. It was, I think, 2 girls from Carlsbad that were in front of me.
Yep.
Strong
But up
girls.
until the end, it looked like you were number one probably till the last month of powerlifting, last few weeks.
It's because I couldn't get as much meets in because I was still doing softball.
Yep. And being a multi-sport athlete and doing 2 in the same sport, walk us through a day of powerlifting and softball in season at the same time.
So I would go through all my classes, and that was a good thing I was a senior. So I only had 4 classes.
Yep, that's always
So
good.
then I'd go through my 4 classes, and I'd leave at like 12. And then I needed to eat a lot because I obviously had powerlifting, which you're lifting a bunch of heavy weights, and then I had softball, which you're running, throwing, and you need a lot of energy for that. So I'd make myself something like a healthy lunch, and then I'd drive back to Capitol, and I'd do my workout with Coach John Michael, and I'd go through that progression, and then I'd go get ready, and I'd go change for softball. And so then I'd go do my softball workouts, which was kind of cool because since we don't really have lights at Capitol, we'd go to the football field. So I'd be right in our weight room. I'd change, and then I'd go straight to the football field. I'd run and throw with my girls and stretch them and do everything with them.
Awesome. So those practices that Coach Hernandez has, the later practices actually benefited you as a multi-sport athlete.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, he does a lot of that. He adjusts schedules according to his team, and he does a lot of later practices. Some people kind of question it, but it makes sense, especially in this situation.
Yeah. It really helped me be able to, do powerlifting because I loved it, and it also made me, stronger. I know I'm going to continue doing powerlifting even in college, so, that's really going to help me when I go work at Luna and stuff like that.
Yep, that's awesome. So that jumps us into now you're going off to Luna. So have you been working hard? What have you been doing this summer getting ready for the college experience?
So Coach Randy, he sent us a summer workout, and I've been, doing that, and it's just a lot of, running every day because my main thing was, I needed to get quicker before. I'm high school fast, but I needed to be college level fast.
Yep.
So I was working on that, which I run, a mile every day, or I do sprints every day. I do workouts every day. One of our workouts is 20 push-ups, 50 squats, and 300 abs. And that's just planks, side to sides, Russian twist. I gotta go through that whole thing. And I have a workout for every day except my weekends are my days where I cool off and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
rest and recovery is just as important. We don't grow and we don't get stronger unless we rest and recover and eat, like you said earlier, proper diet, proper meals, the calorie intake, all your the protein. I'm sure you have a high protein intake because just trying to fuel the body and the muscles, right?
Yeah, I start my morning off every day with I run a mile, so
that's awesome. Get the blood flowing, clear everything, and I bet it feels good. I don't run as much as I did when I was on active duty. We'll just be honest. But when you do run, you get that runner's high and you get the endorphins released. It really sets the tone for the day.
I know. Yeah, it feels nice. And then I go home and I go do my workout, which consists of the workout that he gave us. And then I still love powerlifting and stuff like that. So sometimes I'll see if I could still if I lift this much and this much. Because, I've hit the point where, with my squat, 200 is light for me to, rep out.
Yep, that's good. And then now just keep working, keep getting stronger. That's really good. That's really good. And you don't want to lose that, right?
No.
That's power, that's explosiveness, that translates onto the field.
I mean, before I really fell in love with powerlifting, I did it just really to help me with softball because I wasn't doing that much workouts or anything. I was working out with my sister, but I wasn't pushing myself to be extremely stronger. And then once I started doing powerlifting my sophomore year, I was like, wow, I really like this sport. This is fun.
Right? Yeah. And it's you against you.
Yeah.
Softball, it's awesome. It's a team. But when it comes to powerlifting, it's really just you and the weight, right?
Yeah.
How much can I get? How much can I work to
How
push
much?
myself?
Yeah, you could push yourself.
That's a really good. I think powerlifting is great for all athletes. What do you think about that?
No, I definitely agree because, like, I mean, if you're used to, like, a sport where you're, like, playing with a bunch of people, like, in softball, you're always with your team. Powerlifting kind of shows you, like, how to push yourself to the next level. But, like, you're also, if you think about it enough, like, you're pushing the people that are lifting against you to want to be better, too. And it just helps you get stronger and everything, too. But it helps you push, like, the people around you. And, I mean, on powerlifting, you still have a team, but you're just lifting on your own.
Yep.
Like, I have my girls that were younger than me, and they really liked it. Now they're going to be, one of them's going to be a senior, and I think that's crazy because I remember when she just walked in, she was like a freshman. So it's like, whoa.
Yeah, the time flies.
Yeah.
I think I said it your freshman year where I was like, just enjoy everything because your high school time, you're going to, a blink of an eye, you're going to look and it's going to be your senior year and you're going to be like, where did the time go?
Yeah, and it did happen. I feel like I was a freshman like last year.
Time flies. I tell everybody that. I try to get them to enjoy it because college is going to be fun. You're going to have a blast. And you're going to do great things out there. I'm really confident in that. But high school, you never get those days back. That was when you weren't an adult yet. You were still learning. You had time to just enjoy being young, you know. And then now, as you move into college, a lot of it, it's kind of like a job, right? Isn't that how it feels? Especially you had to interview with the coaches. You had to be selected.
Yeah.
And then now your performance is measured to where you either continue playing or you don't, right? That's what college is. That's just that next level of play.
Yeah, it does because I'm also taking the nursing pathway, and so I'm gonna have to find like a good balance to where my softball, I still have to prioritize
Yep.
that, but I also have my nursing school and my profession that I want to go into.
So speaking of that, not only were you a powerlifting athlete, not only were you a softball player, you did the nursing pathway at Capitol High School
Yeah,
too.
I did
So
do the nursing
tell,
program.
tell us a little bit about that because that's a pretty tough program, and you can come
Yeah.
out with an associate's, right, out of that program.
So it's tough, but it's also like it shows you what college is gonna be like. And so I started my freshman year all the way to my senior year. And so you go through all these classes, and they really help with like showing you the basics of what healthcare is like. And then my senior year, we got into where you're gonna do like a mentorship, and you're also still learning. But instead of doing that, I chose to also take the CNA course, which comes out of Santa Fe Community College.
Yep.
And so I chose to do that, and that also counted as like my mentorship. But I learned how to like become a CNA, and I got my CNA.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Thank
That's another great accomplishment
Yeah.
right there.
But I'm still picking between like nurse practitioner to EMT.
Okay. Nicole, you remember my daughter, Nicole?
Yeah.
She's an EMT. She got her EMT basic, and she's been doing that while she's going to school because she wants to be a nutritionist, right?
Yeah.
But that's what she started with was EMT, and she loved it. She loves it, but like she's into powerlifting and
Yeah.
CrossFit and all that stuff too. So she's trying to take a route of nutritionist, and maybe, I don't know. We'll see what she does. But that's pretty awesome that you're looking at doing that. And who would have known? And this is just a quick little jump into for the crowd that's watching. Capitol High School and Santa Fe High School, the public schools have pathways that are just awesome. Brooklyn here was able to get her CNA after graduating high school. And she was able to do that with the pathway. What's that? The medical pathway at Capitol
It's
High
the
School.
medical pathway.
And not many people know about the medical pathway at high school. That makes me think maybe we bring in that coordinator so they can learn, so we can maybe get that information out. Because I
Yeah,
don't think
no.
everybody knows about it until you get there.
No, because we also have business
Yep.
and we have computer science and everything.
Yes.
But like if you really want to go into the healthcare and you go to Capitol High School, I would say go to the medical pathway. It teaches you so much and it shows you so many things. It's a hard class. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Especially for an athlete, right?
Yeah, especially for an athlete. And sometimes those classes are in the later days. So, like, if I had games and stuff, I just coordinated with my teachers. I emailed them. I kind of bug them.
Yep.
But you got to bug them so that, like, you're able to, like, either get that extra time or they let you do it earlier. And so...
Because no one's going to do it for you, right?
Yeah,
Let's just be
no.
honest. No one's going to train for you for the two sports. No one's going to make up your work for you. You're going to have to do that on your own. And how much did mom and dad help with that? Or did they let you learn that experience of finding those things out and communicating on your own? It wasn't mom and dad going to the teacher all the time, right? Because colleges don't really talk to mom and dad. They just talk to you. And you experienced that as a high school senior, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. My parents kind of were like, they're not going to listen to us. Like,
Yep.
You're the student and you're the athlete. You need to be able to find your own balance. You need to be able to do your own things. And my dad was all, yeah, like in college, we're not going to be there. We're not going to be able to talk to your professors for you. And like, I was like, yeah. And so I had to learn how to like communicate with my teachers better. And I couldn't just be like the day before, oh, I have a game, I can't be there tomorrow.
Yes.
Or I'm not. So I would tell them, like, I would send all my teachers my schedule, and I'd be like, these are the days where I have games, and I know that I'm not going to be there. And I'd be like, can I either get the work before or get extra time on that? And it was a little bit harder with the medical classes because they're stricter. They're teaching you college-level classes. So I had to really coordinate with them and be like, hey, like, I'm not going to be there. I really need extra time with this, or I need to know if I could do it before. Mm-hmm. If not, that's fine. But I really need to keep my grades up.
Yep, 100%.
Because my grades were my everything to me. Like, if my grades dropped, I'd like freak out and I'd be like, okay, this is what I need to do this and get this grade up. Mm-hmm. And that also helped me, like, when I graduated, I got Sterling Silver, and that helped me keep my grades up to, like, because Sterling Silver was something I always wanted. Because my dad got it, my sister got it, and I just really wanted to be a part of that.
Yep. Family tradition, having good grades. That's awesome. That's a great tradition to carry on.
Yeah, I think my dad and sister both went to Capital, and then my mom went to Santa Fe High.
Yeah, which is good. It's just good, you know. A little bit of difference, getting to know, and your mom got to experience Santa Fe High. Your dad got to experience Capital.
Yeah.
Both have awesome programs. Yeah. And students, parents that are watching this, just want to reiterate what Brooklyn or Lyric is here telling us. Look at what she did. She's a very good example of how a student can learn to be an adult, learn those skills we need as adults, I should say, and communicate. Not mom and dad communicating, but you did a great job communicating, staying on top of your grades, balancing your schedule, competing in state when your team was in the middle of districts.
Yeah.
Accomplishing your CNA right when you graduated because you were able to keep up with everything. Mm-hmm. And that workload, folks, is not easy. That you can no one else can say it better than you did earlier. She had to communicate with everyone, make sure everyone knew what she was doing, and she had to stay on top of it. Mom and dad didn't do it for her, and I'm very proud of you for that.
I think I even emailed you a bunch of times that I wasn't going to be there for softball.
You sure did. You sure did. But that just goes to show your maturity level and what has set you up for success and the greatness you've achieved so far and what you're going to continue doing. That's why, folks. That's exactly why she is athlete of the year, state placer, third place state placer in powerlifting, second place in district in home runs. Big part of your team. You played a huge role when you guys went to state, the year you guys went to state.
Oh, my freshman year. Yeah, that was fun.
As a freshman, you did that.
Yeah.
And you've kept up with your grades the entire time. Yes. I've heard it from everyone. I've heard it from parents. I've heard it from students. I just can't keep up. And it can be done.
Yeah, it definitely can be done. If you put in a little bit extra effort,
yes,
it will be done. And, like, on top of all that, too, I also play for a travel team.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. You do have your travel team. I do have
my travel team.
And that's big part of your life because you're gone a lot for those tournaments.
Yeah.
So we know you're a good example. And it's awesome to hear because Ian expressed the same things that helped him become successful. And he was the athlete of the year at Santa Fe High. We had him on. Should listen to that podcast. And a lot of what you two talk about line up with how you both were successful in your high school careers, and then now starting your college. You've already accomplished one thing for college, and you haven't even actually gone to college yet.
Yeah, no.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to go to college, honestly. I really like the Luna coach. He's very, like, strict. He reminds me of, like, my dad in a way, like the way he does things and the way he coaches, and I really like that. And they preach family there too, and that's a big thing that Coach Dennis had shown me since I was little. That's why we always break family, because you're a family no matter what.
Yes. Not just in words, but in your actions, right? And what you do for each other.
And that's what I'm trying to, like, implement on the team that I'm coaching right now.
Oh, so tell us a little bit about it. I always preach, and with Ian, it was the same thing, preaching, taking what you know and sharing it with others. When you're successful, you should help other people be successful. And you're 18 years old.
Yeah.
And you're already doing that. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your 12U travel team.
I coach with my older sister, Marley Cardenas, and I coach with her boss and coworker, Ashley. And we're coaching a bunch of 12U travel team. And these girls are funny. They make me laugh, and it just reminds me of me when I was younger. Yep. And they have so much passion for it, but they like to do their little goofing around and stuff. And right now, like, my sister's helping them with pitching, and they're coming along with pitching. They're doing so good in pitching.
She was an awesome pitcher. Yeah, she was really good.
Ashley, she helps them with their fielding and everything. And I got stuck with hitting.
Of course,
I'm the hitting coach. And just the slight, like, adjustments that I help them with, they're already hitting all the way to the outfield. I have this one girl, and I just had her make one slight adjustment on where she needs to make contact with the ball and hit the fence. And I was, oh, wow. Yep. I was like, yeah, she's good. And it's different coming from, like, a player point of view to a coaching point of view. And it's like, okay, well, I can't do it for you, but, like, in my mind, I'm like, I want to do it for you.
Yes.
Because I know you could do it, but I don't, like, I want to do it for you so that you know how to do it. But I'm also, like, when I grew up, it was like, okay, I'm going to show you once and you have to try to learn, and I need to know if you're paying attention to me. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes I have to, like, repeat myself and stuff like that, and I'm fine with that because, like, they need to know what they're doing and what they're doing wrong. And it kind of reminds me of, like, my dad coaching me in a way. And so that's how I coach them. And then my dad also coached my sister, so that's how she is. And Ashley, she went and she didn't live in New Mexico right away. So she came from, like, a California point of view of softball. Oh, yeah. So then there's that too. And it's just, like, we're all really young. My sister's only 23. I believe Ashley's in her 20s, and I'm only 18. So it's just a group of, like, girls that had so much passion for the sport, coaching the younger generation of softball, and it's really fun.
Yep. When you love a sport, you love what you do, you want to share it with everyone. Yeah. And now you're learning, though, like, what coaches go through all the time. Parents, coaches always have the best intention for your kiddo. They really do. It's just, how hard is it getting the message across or getting them to do what needs to be done so they can play more or they can be on the field? It's a struggle, right? It's
a struggle, yeah. We just had to implement a new rule with them, though, because they're always like, I can't. And me as an athlete and a person, I hate the word I can't, because if you say you can't, then you're not going to do it. I believe that if you continuously push yourself and you say that you can and I can and I can, you're going to do great things. You're going to do amazing things. If you say you can't, right there you're saying, I give up. I can't do it.
It's like putting up a wall. You can't go any further.
So we were like, new rule on the on the team is you can't say I can't, I don't, I'm too lazy, I don't want to, because those are just those are negative words, and you don't want negative words on your team because it brings it down. And coming from, like, a player point of view, like, when you have that negativity, like, it just, everything goes downhill. When you're positive and you stay positive, everything continues to go up, and it helps so much more when you're positive.
Yep.
And we told him that, and I was like, coming from, like, when I was your guys' age and the negativity, it's not fun. And I was like, I'm going to be real with you girls, because I've been playing younger than you guys were. Because I started when I was, like, 3, T-ball, and then I went straight into softball. And I was like, it's not fun when you have negativity on your team. Everything's going to go downhill. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you guys are young. You guys should be super positive and everything.
Yes, the sky's the limit.
Yeah,
When you're
and that's
young,
what
you
I-
have so much opportunity, and it's sad to hear when someone young is already thinking negative.
Yeah.
And I get we live in a tough world, in a negative world, but really, especially in our country, we have the opportunity to become whatever we want from whatever background you come from, and it all starts with our mindset, right?
Yeah, and I want to teach them young that like, and we told them softball is 90% mentality and mindset, and the other 10% is like physical activity. But softball is such like a sport where it's like one mistake and like things could go down, and like if you let that continuously push you down, it doesn't work. Like my dad always says, he's always like, be like a duck and let the water roll back off your back.
Yep.
Duck,
And just keep going,
and
right?
just keep
Just
going.
keep going. That's a
I
great.
mean,
That's
yeah,
a great saying.
because he was such a good athlete too,
Yes, he was.
and
yeah.
so like him doing it. He came the other day and he helped with hitting practice, and it was so cool because I know he loves helping the younger generation too. Because I mean,
Oh,
he's
he
gonna
loves
he's
it.
gonna
He
be an
could say it.
empty nester now.
Yes. He's gonna have to find a place. Leroy, you're gonna have to find a time to find something to do to burn some time.
He
'cause
loves fishing. That's what his big thing's been fishing.
and that's peaceful too.
Yeah, it's
He's getting
peaceful.
to that
But I know
time.
he's still coaching in Capital. He's still gonna coach my travel team, even while I'm not there. And I like that
That's
because
awesome,
he's
'cause
grown
it's a-
a bond with those girls.
Yes. And it's about coaching. It's
Yeah.
not most coaches. There's some daddy ball out there and mommy ball every now and then, and
Yeah.
you see that. But majority of the time, it is for the kids. And when there is daddy ball or mommy ball, it's usually because those are the only ones who are willing to step in because it's such a hard job. Coaching
Yeah.
isn't an easy job, right? Coach Gomez was saying just how we had him in our last podcast, and he was telling us how hard coaching was, and the toll it takes on a coach when you do it for so long, on the family, on the individual, on your health. Like it's tough, and I don't think people always understand what a coach goes throughout that time working with so many different kids, and because you're dealing with positive moments, you're dealing with quite a few negative moments, you're dealing with parents, and parents aren't always going to understand, especially if they didn't play sports or if they didn't never coach sports. They just know the parent aspect of it,
Yeah.
and it's really tough.
Yeah, sometimes
tough.
they question us a little bit because we're young, but then like my sister was a college athlete. Ashley played all the way till high school, and I'm going into college for it. And sometimes they do question us, and they're like, they look at us like, do these girls really know what they're talking about? And it's like, yeah, we're young, but we played this sport for so long that it's like we know what we're doing and we know how to explain it.
Yep.
And it's softball and any other sport that you play. It's so much like trust the process.
Yes.
Trust the process.
Focus on the process, not the
Yeah.
outcome. The outcome's just a result of the process. Yep.
Yeah.
And you
So-
never get there if you can't get
No.
the process right.
Yeah, I made a bet with the girls though. I told them I wasn't gonna cut my hair until they win. So
Oh,
I'm
we
good.
might see you with some long hair.
I
Let's
might
hope
have my
not.
long hair back,
Let's
but
hope
I
not,
have
huh?
I have faith in them that they'll win.
They'll pull it off, and
Yeah.
you're doing some good things. Well, it's been awesome talking to you. Awesome's my word. I love awesome because
Yeah.
everyone should be striving to be awesome, and you've done some awesome things.
Thank you.
So I'm excited for what you're going to do in college, and I'd really like to have you back after your first season,
Yeah.
maybe in the summertime when you're back home coaching and doing some of that stuff.
Yeah.
I'd love to have you back. Let everybody know how your first year went, and then even just keep in touch. You already know how to get a hold of me, so
Yeah.
send me some updates. I'll let the crowd
will.
know and let everyone, all of our viewers know, how things are going for you, and we'll get you back on the show again next year. But I thank you for coming out, Lyric. It's been
you.
awesome. I can't wait to see what you do in college. I already know I'm going to hear from you for fundraisers because every player I've coached that plays college, I get a fundraiser request every year, so I'll be expecting it, and I'll do what I can to help out as much as I can. But very proud of you. Now that we're closing it up, what do you have for the athletes that are following in your footsteps? Just a real quick piece of advice. Give us that golden nugget.
Always push yourself to strive to be better than you are. One thing I always say is be better than you were the next day. So always try to be better than you were the day before.
Okay.
And also, always communicate with your teachers, please. It makes your life easier and it makes their life easier. Always communicate, always send your schedule.
You heard it here, folks. Brooklyn, as I like to say, Lyric, couldn't have said it better. Communicate your teachers, your parents, your coaches, your fellow players. Open communication and work hard. Be the best you can every day and continue being better each day that you have a chance to. So we thank you for tuning in and watching this with us today. We're excited to see the career that Brooklyn's going to have in college, and we'll have more info that follows. But thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.